All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. It's Tuesday. You know what time it is. PowWow time.
Hey,
AI, what's cracking,
what's
bro?
up? What's up?
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah, man. So we've got a good episode today, man. We've got a good friend of mine from a long time ago. We've got his son in. He's been making moves, and we had to get him on the podcast, bro. So, Issy, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera over to you, but I want you to talk about just like where you started and a little background, so people can get a little understanding of who you are. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is Jailbird Issy. What's cracking, bro?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up? It's Jailbird Issy.
Hey, appreciate you coming on.
Man, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
My father always talked about you guys. He loved this place, and
Yeah, you
he
did,
was actually
bro.
supposed to do an interview the week that he passed away. So I thought that I'd come and take his place.
For sure, man. Come in and just pass the torch, bro.
Keep the torch lit, man.
For sure, man. Your dad was all class, bro. That was one thing that that my wife said even right away when she first met him. She was like, he is so humble and nice, man. He's just like, and your dad was always that dude that made sure everyone in the room like had a good time, right? He went and he touched everyone's shoulders, would say, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Like, he's always been all class, man. So,
He's a legend.
For sure, bro. For sure. So what you were saying, we were trying to get him on the podcast. He was going through chemotherapy, and they kind of just they told him that there was no other option. So they just kind of just let him live his last days with his family, man, which is humbling to see. I got to meet his mom, your grandma, it's hard to see that, bro, and it's got to especially be hard for you. I lost my dad to cancer too, man, and it never gets easier. It's only like you only learn how to like juke and jive around it, man. So like losing somebody like that is it's disheartening, bro. But you just got to remember to keep his ideas and his legacy alive, bro. Like my dad taught me a lot of stuff growing up. And I didn't realize he was teaching me this stuff, right? Like, it's just, dad and son hanging out. For sure, bro. And that's one of those things, man, where, like, you wish you can turn back the time and have just a couple more minutes with him. But as long as you can just keep doing what he's doing and implement it into your life, like you said, man, like you're gonna keep the Hustler Awards going, which is awesome, man.
That is awesome, man.
For sure. Got to, like my dad used to always tell me that I was the real CEO. Like when I was incarcerated for 8.5 years.
Oh wow!
So,
and you're young too,
I'm
man.
26. So, but he used to always tell me like, cause we started Hustle World together before I got incarcerated, and he told me like, man, you the real CEO. You the one that's gonna get the torch when something happened to me. So, I was cultured for it. It ain't nothing that just took me by surprise, cause I was raised to do it.
For sure. Yeah, get the mic about a fist away from your mouth, and everyone will be able to hear you. So
Way better.
What happened? How'd you get incarcerated? What happened, if you don't mind us asking?
Without saying too much, I was arrested for alleged robbery when I was 16, first degree, and got caught. Had an opportunity to get out early if I would have cooperated, but I didn't cooperate. So I ended up getting charged as an adult.
Oh wow!
So they took me from juvenile and I went to adult when I was 18, and I just got out last year, 25. So I went from 16 to 25, and I just recently turned 26.
So now you're like finally free, man, and you're ready to run with the run with the gold, right?
For sure, man. The things I be doing now, even though it's not too much, I used to dream about these things like in my cell, like making music. Going to school, I'm in school, just living a good life, and I'm actually seeing these things come to fruition, and it all started from in prison, dreaming about this stuff.
Pressure builds diamonds, man. We were talking about that earlier today, bro. Like, I can't tell you how many times and I've been against the wall with somebody's hands, like, theoretically on my neck, and I'm just smiling, bro, because I know that tomorrow's a different day, and the path that we're on is bigger than what people are realizing, right? So it's those things, man. It's like you got to have faith in yourself, and then obviously seeing what your dad did with everything that he's done. It's like, all right, man, I've got all that already embedded, the DNA embedded into me, man, and now I've got my version of it, or I can take my mind and to put my little spin on it and double down on what he was good at.
For sure, and like the beautiful thing, like, because I got to work with him a little bit before he passed away, is we reached different groups of people, you know.
Oh yeah.
So like my father, he was able to reach more like corporate people, you know, that I wasn't really in touch with. He was able to reach older people, but he was also able to reach younger people. But like the thing with me that he used to stress so much is like, you got the voice and you could really reach the youth, you know.
Oh yeah.
You can really reach the youth because
he's smart with that, man.
Your story is their story.
For sure. For sure, and you getting out of that whole thing, man, and you know, being 26, and you know, you're only a year into your career, right? Because for the past 8, you've been dreaming about it, and without being able to utilize any tools to make it happen. So now it's like, all right, you know, the gloves are off now that you're out of. I'm excited to see what you do, man. We listened to Fuego before you came in. Yeah, the video's fire, and it was all filmed in Memphis. Is that where?
All of it's filmed in Memphis. One of the scenes was filmed in front of the Bass Pro Pyramid.
That's what it was, bro.
Okay.
So I was wondering, because it was like the way that your cinematographer set that up. It was fire, bro. Because you're sitting. To me, it looked like you were sitting on a porch, right? Yeah. And it was like the top of a house, but the way that it looked like, it was like a legit pyramid right behind him that gave him like this Illuminati like feel to the video.
Nah, though, it's a real pyramid. It's a Bass Pro made it or whatever, or their symbol is on it. So we got we had rented a 5-seater Jeep when we went down there, and basically I just sat on top of the sunroof and sat on top of the car, and he filmed it at a perfect angle.
Perfect angle, bro. Yeah, no, I definitely.
The other scene was on Beale Street, you know.
Okay, yeah. So
that's where all the party go down there. You
Is
know.
that where you're from? Is Memphis, or you just got family out there?
Nah, the last trip we were supposed to take when my pops was to Memphis.
Oh, okay.
So we just fulfilled that, you know.
For sure.
Nice move.
You know, so we got a lot of plans on going to places. Like I'm going to Lagos to film a video in May with an Afrobeat artist in Nigeria.
Dope, man.
So we got a lot of moves right now.
You said like Legos,
Lagos. That's a city in Nigeria. That's
oh shit!
Yeah.
Lagos.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. It's probably you would say that this is like one of the, I would say, best destinations to go to, right? In regards to like just places across the world.
For sure.
So that I can already tell it's going to be an amazing like video.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I think your production style is really good. So like one of the things that, like me, I'm not saying anywhere close to a videographer or anything like that, right? But for the most part, when you do come across like things that you see in videos, like I am the person that will sit there and analyze something, right? Or like if you see like a mess up, so there's literally a career for that, right? But it's just one of those things to where it's like, oh man, visually when I do look at like video, like your video, I was like, oh right, without, and it's just like, wow, you're right, Jay. It was just shot so perfectly to where it's like now your eyes are drawn to everything in the actual image.
Shout out to Street Shark, Dez, man. He the one that filmed that. I think he the best filmer in the area right now.
Street Shark?
Street Shark.
Yeah, bro. I saw the logo too.
Yeah, I saw the shark logo on it. Yeah, on the video. Yeah, that was cool. I thought it was interesting when like the pyramid. So that's Bass Pro Shop's pyramid. You said.
Pro Shop,
yeah, it's funny because we had those guys from Bass Pro talk about the store in Memphis. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, you weren't here for that. You weren't here for that interaction. So when we did the Bass Pro hat, right? So these guys came in from Tennessee.
Is that how we got the season assist?
Nope. I tried to get him. So the guy comes into the store, and there was 2 younger guys and an older gentleman. And the older gentleman was like red in the face when he saw the Bass Pro Shops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like, because I guess he knows the like ownership
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Someone very important within Bass Pro Shop. So he's like red in the face. The younger guy's like, "This is amazing." Like one guy's like, "This stitch work is better than Indian hats we got." And like it was a whole funny interaction. But they bought hats because they wanted to take photos in front of the Bass Pro Shop. It might be the Pyramid or it might be the Superstore. They mentioned a Superstore.
Bro, I don't know what's inside of the thing.
Yeah, but Bass Pro has obviously invested in the Memphis, right? So like, yeah, they were talking about that, and that's funny. I didn't know that was the Pyramid for them. I had never seen it. So
I'm starting to put two and two together here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. That guy definitely sent the cease and desist. He's like, "Let me go ahead and buy one of these, and I'm gonna bring it back to Memphis."
he
Take a
came up to
photo.
me and had the hat in his hand. He's like, "Do you know what you're doing here?" And I'm like, "I'm aware,
Absolutely.
sir. I know everything." And he's like, "I know exactly what we're doing." He's like, I don't think so. Do you know litigation? And I was like, all right,
Absolutely.
man. Come on, man.
Sure
Keep
do.
going. And he was trying to huff and puff at me, and I'm like, man, nothing's gonna change. That hat isn't leaving, like, unless you're purchasing it. And the two young guys, he's like, are you really gonna buy some? And they're like, yeah, we're buying it. And they bought the hats right in front of him. It was hilarious. Long ride back to Memphis, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, that it was a quiet ride too.
Quiet ride, yeah.
It was definitely a quiet ride.
So-
Yeah, they bought it though.
Yeah, so you gonna let me wear this hat, or you just gonna tell on me?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Well, that so. What's that?
You ain't heard nothing since?
No, we got a season assist from Bass Pro Shop pretty quickly.
It was before they ever showed up, though.
Oh, okay.
It was before that. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the season before they ever showed up. I was waiting for something to happen from him leaving. I mean, he was red in the face. He came up to me like ready to fight. I felt like I was like, man, we're creative with it. Come on, just give us our props. Like, and he was like, oh no. This is like a tragedy kind of thing. And he's like, no, I know these guys. I'm like, and they're like, yeah, he does know them. Like the other two young dudes with him, and like rolling their eyes the whole time. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they were not expecting to find that. It was just like happenstance. They were here in Cincy from Memphis, I guess.
Right.
So they were just like, they stumbled upon it, and he lost his mind at our hat wall. Like he was losing it. He was literally red in the face over seeing that Bass Pro.
That's
yeah.
all right. They're gone now. All the hats are sold out. So if you did get a Bass Pro Shop hat,
good on you.
A native brand Bass Pro Shop hat, then hopefully it'll be worth more than what you paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we roll, man. We're trying, we try to push the boundaries of where we want to be. We don't want to be this T-shirt company. We want to be the Bass Pro Shop. We want to be Nike. We want to be New Balance. So that's why we tickle their feathers, bro.
Well, that's always kind of been the interesting thing that I've looked at brand-wise is how you can incorporate a lot of things that you see in pop culture, right? Whereas I think most folks get really caught up in the brand, right? Or like a symbol of that brand versus like, hey, this is an homage to that brand or something that you can associate with whatever. Like everybody knows the Nike commercial. Everybody knows that first Apple commercial. Everybody knows all those things, and they sit in like lore, right? In regards to what you come across in brand style. But yours has always been to where it's like very counterculture feeling. But then also to where it's like, yeah, us because we kind of like poke the bear, so to speak.
For sure. I mean, that's what we're good at, bro, is poking the bear. And it also helps me out on my end because I do all the design work, right? So it's not like I just, got somebody to say, hey, let's recreate the Skittles logo. Like I go in and I teach myself on YouTube University, bro, how to shade that white, just how that Skittles pack is, right? Like all these little things, and it helps me out tremendously on my end because now I've got more knowledge on Adobe Illustrator because I wouldn't necessarily shade the white letters with a hair of purple on the edge. But that's what the Skittles logo looks like, right? So, I'm expanding my mind while doing it, and we only come up with a limited run of stuff, and I've had to send out cease and desist to people. It's not good. It doesn't feel good when someone steals your stuff, and I understand that. But when it comes to like something like Bass Pro Shop, like they need people like us, right? Because we're the ones that are making your brand street.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do agree.
Making it cool, man.
It's
that,
weird.
In a different angle. It's
Yeah,
like its own it's like a subculture within a culture, like, and then it's like a small pocket of people that really appreciate it, but the mass know the symbols, so they want to jump on board because they want to jump on board with the brand. And then at the same time, the streetwear company, the skate groups, like everyone's jumping on board. Like it's definitely hitting like this under the water feel, but at the same time, if someone wants to buy their little one a Skittles logo, they don't have to buy Skittles on a t-shirt. They're literally getting a native shirt and they're supporting local. Like there's like a duality there that kind of like I really appreciate. And I have people come in all the time, they're like, I love this logo because my little one can wear it and it's your brand. Like I'm like, yeah. Like,
all right,
exactly.
so I'm gonna put y'all on the spot.
Sure.
So you guys gonna end up doing the merch for the Hustle Awards?
I would love to, bro. I would absolutely love to.
Okay, we could talk about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can make T-shirts for the winners, bro, to go on. So this is the Hustler Award from this year that we got from Donald, man, which was super dope. So this is what do we got? Clothing brand of the year.
Clothing line of the year.
Clothing line of the year, man. Yeah, so he had a whole thing where it was like podcast of the year.
Yeah, we still got some leftover awards from guys. I guess they didn't pick them up. They was too Hollywood to get them.
Oh man,
I still got the box with y'all awards in it.
That was a good time. They missed out on a good party too, man. Because that what was the name of that bar that he held it at?
That was at
Globe. Yeah.
Right there, I think that's on Scott Street.
Dude, they did such a good job with redoing that building because like I think it was an old strip club at one point, right? And like you go in there and like the whole like nothing smells, like it doesn't smell like an old building. It doesn't smell like old liquor. You know what I mean? Like those buildings in Covington.
Sophisticated, got a sophisticated look to it.
100%, dude.
Really nice.
You know, it kind of reminds me of how they did Three Kings over in Covington a long time ago. Three Kings.
I haven't heard.
You haven't heard of that?
I haven't heard. No. I haven't heard that in a while.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I used to go over there and watch Entourage on Wednesday nights or whatever. They used to play it there, and it was like Entourage was such a dope show, anyways. But it's like you want to watch it with your boys, dude. So like they would just play it there on like the Wednesday night or Sunday night or whatever. So I had HBO, but I would still go down there because you want to watch it with the crew, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're always up. You know. Shout out to Ty Wilson, man, and those guys because they were always trying to bend the boundaries and do that shit, man. But all right, bro. So this next video that you got that you're coming out in January, that's gonna be filmed here in Cincy.
Now the video has already been filmed.
Oh, dope.
Waiting to release it on the 1st on New Year's.
Oh man, you're trying.
The video drops.
There it is, bro. Look, you're trying to start out 2023 with a bang.
Yeah, and so far I got good reviews from it. People really like the song. Like they really like the song. I even had some people tell me like, man, this is gonna be the song that gets you where you need to be.
That's awesome, man.
I'm excited about it, you know.
For sure. Is this the one song that you think is like the banger? Because like I'm telling you, bro, like when it comes to designs and music and all this stuff, like as an artist, man, like you take this idea and you put it on paper and then you just crumble it up and throw it against the wall and you don't know what sticks, bro, because like you might think it's a banger and then someone else is like, oh man, it's
when it falls flat and you're like,
why? What happened?
Like, what did I do? Like, why did I
spell something wrong on the post?
Right.
Like when it comes to my music, I don't really I let the listeners decide like what type of song it is. So like me, I think it's a good song, but I feel like all of my songs are bangers, you know.
For sure.
And I try to reach different people through different styles and different sounds. So this song is a more like a mainstream sound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to like since you mentioned this with the artist out of Africa, I'm interested to hear it because I like Afrobeats is something that like I had like during the World Cup. It's just culturally, I think you are very expansive.
Oh yeah.
So you know me, like having watched the World Cup, I think this is, albeit with all the things that kind of preceded the actual World Cup, like in regards to some of the human rights stuff and things like that, but it was still a really good World Cup.
I just realized you never got your 7-7, bro.
Yeah, but Afrobeats, like listening to Afrobeats, listening to like everything globally, right? Having like your first African team in Morocco actually
shout
just
out to Morocco.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in Morocco. Had a lot of people like Twitter Spaces, I will say, is probably one of the greatest things. Clubhouse, same thing, to where it's like you can talk to people across the globe in real time.
Still repping that Clubhouse.
Yeah, dude. But it's funny because, you know, there's a lot of people that'll jump across like different platforms. So some folks don't really use Twitter. Some folks don't really use Clubhouse. So it's really just a matter of like, how do you brand build, right? And how do you get yourself in front of people or things like that? So, you know, again, my experience, haven't had a chance to like start off doing podcasting here, and then like really learning how to do it, but then also turning it into, you know, my own thing with, you know, a collective group of people. Same idea, right? To where it's like, I want to help, but I want to build and open up doors for other people that normally wouldn't get it.
For sure.
So I'm sure, like,
shout out to Emperor Wizzy. That's the Afrobeat artist that I'm working with. He's amazing, and it's crazy because I listen to a lot of Nigerian like local artists.
Oh, dude.
And bro, they're amazing. And, like
some of the African
they
music
don't have like the platform that we be having over here.
Right.
Like it's a million Burner Boys over there. You know, it's a million of them guys over there, and no one gives them a real platform over there. So
now, how did you guys get in touch?
I got a lot of African friends, so you know, I think I stumbled across him through like a mutual friend. So you know, I just stumbled across him. I listened to one of his music because I like supporting local artists. I like to support underground artists.
Right.
So I just seen that he was posting some music, and I just tapped into it, and I sent him a message like, "Bro, I love your music," and he was like, I told him go check me out. He was like, "Man, I love your voice." He said, "Your voice is beautiful," and I said, "Shoot, let's work together."
That's
and,
it. Juxtaposition, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emperor Wizzy. You know, he's
But that's, I think, the thing too is like now like a long time ago, this like the world used to be huge, right?
Right.
Whereas like today, we can easily touch somebody across the planet and be like, "Hey, let's do something," and then work something out to where it's like now I can go like across the globe.
You don't even need to go. With technology, you guys can make it happen in each one of your bedrooms if you have to, right?
Yep.
Like that's how crazy.
Yeah.
But like the reason I was
Send those
the reason
stems over.
I'm going over there in the first place is because you know that's my dream anyway to go to Africa.
For sure.
So I plan on relocating in 2024, but in 2023 I want to go and just see the place, you know. And, you know.
Wait, so you're going over?
Yeah, I want to relocate in 2024.
Okay.
In November 2024.
Okay.
To Lagos. You know, that's Western Nigeria. So.
That's dope, bro. And by the way, I wanna put it on record that you said that you started your podcast career here.
That is.
That was what was that? That was 20 minutes into the podcast. I'm a mark it down so when you're big, when you're
like
a big
this is how he
podcaster-
started. I know him.
Yeah.
I know him. I gotta listen, bro. All of this was kind of like goofy, right? Because you remember, like,
Until it's not.
It was goofy, bro. I remember reaching out to you and just being like, "Hey, I would love to come down and sit in." And this, I think, is when you had the store that was over in Dayton.
Yeah.
Right. So then being able to come in, sit in there, and then come here, and then really just get the back end of stuff, right? So learning, like, how do I stream? What do I do? What actually where am I putting this? And then how do I manifest it into a place to where people listen?
100%, bro.
Right.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, fam, me too. And then on top of that, then it's like, so then when I started, CDB Network, the idea really started from just myself and then other people I met across the internet. So same thing, to where it's like you can come across anybody and you can do something even if you're not there.
Yeah,
Right.
networking.
Just like-minded people,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Just
it.
trying to
That-
I was just saying,
networking, dude. That's
networking-
That literally is it.
building your community, like in your social circles, and like expanding each circle, and like having this circle connect another circle,
Yeah.
knowing the connections between people. Because like sometimes you may not be the person that's able to help somebody out, but you know someone who
help 'em.
can, and it's Jubes.
Oh, G-Bell in the
Yep.
building.
But sometimes you might know a person that's right up this other person's alley.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? This person's gonna launch you into the stratosphere. I may not be able to help you, but they certainly can.
But see, that's the thing though too. So like for instance, like how you guys, how he's here on the podcast is because you connected with his dad, but
Good.
then you still bridge gaps. So what you try to do is you try to just help each other. Like if I can propel you or I can say something
I'm good right now.
in a way that's going to help build you up,
I'll take
Yeah.
one.
or if I can like push you in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's something that my father was real big
Absolutely.
on. Network, like in our LLC.
Spices and honey.
On our LLC, because we got Hustler World LLC. On the LLC, it actually says Hustler World Network. So,
That's awesome.
you know,
man.
networking is something my dad always stressed, and that's something I've been real big on. I always been big on about going international, because a lot of people, we get content with like our local community, and sometimes going national. But I believe in like taking if you're gonna have a brand, then that brand should be something that's global. So I try to stress that to my father a lot. Like we need to start diversifying our culture, you know.
So what do you want to do with it ultimately?
Hustler World is like a Hustler World is gonna be like the brother said, like a subculture, you know, like a culture that anybody from any place in the world can adapt to and be in tune with, you know, something
For
that's
sure.
not foreign to anybody, but something that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like rap music is an international culture, no matter where you at. I know people that's living in Senegal that listen to Lil Durk, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, we believe in just taking our brand, you know, and exporting it to the whole world, you know?
Your dad was good at that, man. Your dad was really good at networking and making sure that logo was on everything, bro. Those Chuck Taylors that he had were fire, bro.
He told me you liked them. Actually, I got them in the, I still got them Chuck Taylors.
Keep them, bro.
Yeah, for
Hang
sure.
on to those joints, man. And when you finally make it and you got the crib that you want, man. Hang those.
Just put them somewhere. Just
You
hang
put-
them up, dude.
Just hang them from the ceiling, bro. Like make them just hang there, like it was like the old hood. You know, like how we got the white
like
pair.
in a clear case, like
Yeah.
a clear case.
That'd be
and just
fire,
have
bro.
'em stand.
Oh, display, have a nice
Yeah.
light on there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
one thing about your father, bro, like he was so good at networking, man. Like
Yeah.
and no one had color to that dude, right? Like
no,
he
no.
came in here and he was just like, bro, like you're my dude, man. And that was it. Like from the second that I met him, it was like it kind of felt like we picked up like we were friends like 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Like
and
you
that's
always knew each other.
yeah,
like
and
you
that's
went to school with him or
and that's how
something.
your dad was, man. Like even when he met my wife, like she was just like, wow, like she was like taken back about like how humble and how you know, because he was busy, bro. Like during the Hustler Awards, like he's running around trying to tap everyone on the shoulder, making sure they're all having a good time, and you know, we just wanted to go down there to support him. I wasn't expecting him to
award,
win
yeah.
the award. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
And
So-
like, and a lot of people don't know, and he was doing all that while going through chemo.
Yeah,
You
you know,
know,
I
so,
know, man, and
like,
with a smile on his
For
face,
sure.
bro.
So that like when we speak about hustler, like we really mean that.
Definition.
'Cause, yeah, we got blood, sweat, and tears inside of this hustler world. You know, this is not nothing new.
Right.
You know, this is something that's been, we've been doing this since I was a child. you know?
Right.
Yeah, that actually was going to be my question for you is like, how long has it been around, at least in your mind from the mindset, but then also too, like, from that, how long has it been, I guess, quote unquote, established, right? Because a lot of
Yeah.
people, maybe that are listening right now, don't know about it.
Right.
But it's one of those things that, like, you want to try and, like, hey, I need to pull you in. I need you to understand that it's not just, like, this particular thing.
For sure. Bro, I've been exposed to music since I was really a baby. Like some of my memories of when I was a young child include music playing, you know. So like, but when I was a child, my dad used to record in our on the first floor of our house. He had, this is back before we had a microphone. We was
shit.
We was real poor, so we used to take our headphones and plug it into the microphone slot on the computer
And talk
and
into the
rap through
microphone.
the headphone.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and we capture the music like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's how I seen my father do it. So when I got into the music, you know, I remember my cousin 50, he told me recently that I used to send him text messages of my raps. I used to just share it through send. I forgot what they used to. I used to forward my raps to everybody in my contacts on my phone. I was real young, and one time my cousin, I forwarded one of my raps, and he was like, "Bro, That's crap.
That's love, bro.
Yeah, he was
That's
like,
love,
bro,
yeah.
That
Yeah.
constructive criticism.
Yeah,
for
yeah. If
sure.
you can't have that
He was-
honesty, you got nothing, bro.
bro.
Yeah.
He was, bro. I felt so bad, but I'm like, shoot, I'm about to go harder. You feel me? So
There you go. That's that hustler mentality,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
You can't get mad. You got to get better, man. I've
Yeah.
had people tell me that before. You know,
boy,
I remember I had a store. It was in Rookwood, and I thought I was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
I had a store in Rookwood, and I had a meeting with a guy from P&G about expanding the brand. And he came into the store, and I showed him everything. And we sat down, and he told me, he was like, "This is a good business for Jay and his family, but it's not going to put food on other people's tables." And I wanted to choke the guy. I'm like, "You're not seeing this, man. You're not.
You don't understand.
But
He
you
was
know,
seeing it.
but bro, he was 100% right. Like I had my blinders on, and I was shooting just for 513 and 859,
For sure.
and I wasn't expanding my mind. So when he told me that, I wanted to choke him out, but I was like, you know what, man, just take it all in, and this deal isn't gonna happen, but learn from it and then expand. Yeah, bro. So
like, sometimes we can be blinded by passion.
it was 100% like
Yeah.
exactly what I
Yeah.
needed to hear at that
For
moment,
sure.
bro.
Sometimes we let ourselves be blinded by passion. Like if we really invested in something, then we see it as the golden thing,
Mhm.
but the rest of the world might not see it as that. So like,
Not until you got them blood, sweat, and tears in
until
there.
you put that blood, sweat, and tears and that work into it, and then people, because my same cousin who said I was crap, he my biggest fan now. So he plays my music all the time.
And that's
nonstop.
and that's like the biggest fan, bro.
Yeah.
That's also like a brother, right? So
Yeah.
somebody that told you, don't do this, do that, or cut this out and add this, or you know, he's just trying to get you to keep
For sure.
keep plucking away at that rock, man, until you got a piece of diamond in there.
For
So
sure.
that's fire, man. That you got people like that in your corner, man. And then also,
Yeah.
like I said, that you know, your pop's legacy, man.
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger than I think most people realize in the
Realize, yeah.
city, man. You know, he was a big.
He was an icon.
Like he was like a magnet, bro. You know what I mean? People just wanted to be around him, and it
For sure.
was, and you know, he was one of those guys that, like, when he came in, within 3 minutes, everybody that was in the store was listening to what he had to say, right? Like
For
he was
sure.
just one of those dudes, man.
For sure, and like he gave a lot of people platforms. Like a lot of people, like local artists, they started with my father. you
Right.
know? So like Stax,
Mm-hmm.
he recorded his first songs with my father. Yachty recorded his first songs with my father. Sean P, rest in peace to Sean Peterson. He recorded his first songs with my father.
Yeah.
So a lot of individuals got their platform from my father. A lot
Yeah.
of people wouldn't ever been able to perform at shows if my father wasn't around. They would have never performed at a show before, you know. So that's what it's all about, is giving the platform to the next individual. 'Cause
100%.
when you
man.
enrich your community, you enrich yourself. Some people so focus on enriching themselves that they end up being impoverished in the end,
Right.
Yeah.
because they forget that it's the community, you know. It's the community that needs to be.
It's wild that you say that, because I was having this conversation with somebody, but the one thing that I was saying, especially within like the last couple of weeks, is that like most people are stuck in first player mode,
Yeah.
right? Versus the idea, which they really should understand, that this is a co-op.
For sure.
This is a co-op mission. It's like you can't really get as far into the game that you want to if you're trying to do it on your own.
Yeah.
So for you to actually do it,
For sure.
or how this works, is that collectively you have to try and see other people eat. So if you have to build a table so that they can all come with their own plate or something
sure.
to bring, then that's how that works, right?
For sure.
But yeah, no, I loved it.
I'm big on that. I'm
Yeah.
big on that. I'm a communalist. Like, I believe in the community big, you know. And music, that's my second passion. My first passion is my people. So when I approach anything music-wise or business-wise, I'm thinking from a people perspective.
Right.
You feel me? A communal perspective. So, and that's one thing that separates my music and the things that I do from other artists, you know, because I believe in enriching. I believe in enriching us, you know. So
All high tides rise all ships, man.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like I'm willing to work with anybody. I got features. Only been out of prison about 8 months now,
Okay.
but I got features with like 7 different artists that's unreleased.
That's
you know?
awesome, man.
Because I believe the best support is to work with somebody.
Right.
me sharing your music or sharing your videos, that's fine, you know. But let me work with you, you know. That's the best way that I can support you. When I came to this shop, I bought some clothing my first time here, because that's how you really support. Not coming here and then posting a picture like I'm at Native,
Right.
but actually coming here and giving you, you know.
For sure. Yeah, we appreciate that, man. You know, and that jacket's super fire, bro.
I bought this last week. It cost a little bit.
Yeah, I can tell, bro.
It's a little bit of fire. That's what it is. It's a little bit of fire, though. That's what it is. You know.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you got a chance to catch up with Pops when he got out, though.
Yeah, we built it, man. We used to talk every day. Well, if not every day, every other day. So, yeah.
So back to Hustle World, man. What A Hunt was asking, do you want to see this? Like, do you want a clothing brand out of it? Do you want?
We already got the clothing brand. We got the Jailbird brand dropping on the 20th, my father's birthday. That's the same day that my album drops, Tears of a Sufferer, January 20th. So we already got the music. We already got the clothing brand. We've been having a clothing brand for years. We're going to continue that. We add to it, and we got the music. But what I was big on, I was speaking to my father about, was getting into real estate. But we're going to do the real estate thing on a different umbrella, you know. So we trying to touch every aspect of life, a way of life, you know. We trying to touch every aspect.
That's community right there, man.
Gotta help.
Start doing that.
Gotta expand your brand, and I think a lot of times too, it's weird when you're trying to be the person to try and break like generational curses, right? And those things can be anything. So it's not like, you know, it's a negative thing in totality, but really it's just like, hey, I want to expansively build my family's lineage to where I can touch it, you know, generations beyond after I'm gone.
I think that's what's missing today, bro, is the fact that like everyone's in it for me, right, and no one's in it for the tree,
right?
And that's the big difference, man. Like, I don't, you know, like I do these things because obviously I want to prosper, but I'm trying to build this thing where I can pass it on to Aslan, and then you know, she can run with it, you know, with Charlie in there, and then them two are running the business.
But then it turns into like her thing, right? Because I think that's maybe what your dad was doing with this, and as he was like grooming you to like, hey, you're going to take over this, you're going to do this. Your mindset is more expansive, maybe, in the sense of like, now I want to jump into real estate. It's not necessarily just music. It is also, you know, the awards. It's music, but now I want to go a little bit further, and then I just want to push the idea that I can be more expansive. So I'm sure Jay, same way, you know, Drew, same thing for you, where it's like I want my child to take over in a way that they can go in any direction that they want to.
For sure. And that's what he did, you know. So the thing is that I always had a foundation laid, because when the foundation laid, a person can build on it. It don't matter what they build. It don't matter. But as long as you lay the foundation, they could build whatever. They could build a hotel on it. They could build a mansion. They could build a bar if they want to build a bar. But as long as the foundation has been laid by the predecessors, then the successors should have no excuse for failing.
100%, man. And your dad did a good job of that networking, bro. So and everyone's gonna want to see you win because you know the lineage.
Bump son.
Bro.
Bump son. So you know, I be running across people on the streets. They be like, I know your dad. I was like, yeah, I'm his son.
Yeah.
So but
how often does that happen? I'm sure a lot.
Bro, everybody knows my dad. Bro.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot, bro.
I believe that. I believe that.
A lot.
He made a lot of a huge impact on a lot of people, and like on a deep level. There's one thing like the media. I've met him before. It's like how you make people feel rather than what you even say to them. Really, like if you make someone feel like they're at home when they're with you, man, the amount of people that they talk about you as a person, like people will put you on. Like not everyone's out here for themselves. Be like, man, this guy really changed my life or whatever. Like his impact, his touch really like took me here, and he's got a son. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people will talk.
Sure.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that it says a lot about a person, right? So it should say a lot about, your father. And I think, like, something that Jay had mentioned as well with his dad passing too is that, the legacy of a person will always kind of precede them,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
So it could be good or
Good name
bad,
precedes them.
but if you have someone like, his father, Jay's father, then it does bring you some solace, right? To where it's like people always speak highly of my father, and they know me because I'm his son, so I must carry on
The legacy,
his name
yeah.
in the legacy. So
That's mandatory. Like,
Yeah.
like when my father died, I was the least emotional out of my whole family, but I was the closest to my father out of everybody, and people was wondering, like, it kind of took a lot of people by surprise, because they was expecting me to, like, break down
Yeah.
and all of that, and I cried one time, but in the midst of me crying, I was like, bro, I gotta carry on what we got.
Yeah. Bigger.
That's
It's
what he told
bigger.
me
Yeah.
before he
It's
passed.
bigger.
He
Yeah.
said, what we started, make sure it live forever. So
We're gonna do what we can to help you out
For
too,
sure.
man. Anything we
For
can
sure.
do, for sure.
It's already been established.
merch for
It's already been
Lord show.
established, bro. Gotta talk to the team. We're gonna see what's up.
Yeah, whatever you guys need, man, we're here for you, bro. For sure.
sure.
We want to see
Vice
Hustle
versa.
World carry on, for sure.
Vice versa.
All right, bro. So what separates like your music from other people's music? I know. I saw on your Facebook page. It's like a Rastafari vibe, is what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said. Is that still what you're going for? Is like that Rastafari?
The Rastafari mentality, because Rastafari way of life. So the mentality, even though I make music, I might not sound like a Bob Marley or a Peter Tosh or something, but the mentality that goes into the music that I make is what matters. So like in my music, I don't use no vulgar language. I don't cuss. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote death. I don't promote anything like that. I try to use Jews to reach people. So in every song that I make, is Jews in the song, So I realized that, I got to reach the masses where they at. I can't try to live up to another person's standard. Like, I can't
Right.
try to be a Bob Marley, because Bob Marley was perfect for the time that he was in.
Has
sure.
his place.
So
Yeah.
I got to try to reach the people in a way that they understand and can relate to, but at the same time, not dumbing down myself, or compromising my
Who you
morals.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
Without compromising
Be
my morals.
authentic.
Yeah.
Authenticity is important, I think.
That's real hard
Yeah.
to do, right?
And that's
It is hard to do, but you have to be true to yourself. You
Bro,
have to be
that's-
true to yourself.
That's the
whatever that is.
biggest compliment I get from people is they like, bro, your music, you be talking about things and you be talking about something in your music, I really be talking about things in my music, and everything I say is true. I'm not a part of this this cap rap generation that just be on the songs just saying whatever and
Yeah.
don't be living it.
Right.
Like, everything I say is real. If I said it in my song, then it's really happened, or it's something I really feel. And that's the best way to reach people, because they can relate. When you say something that's real, a person can relate to it.
Yeah.
Even in the world of fakeness, like, if the whole world is fake and a real man walks down the street, the whole world gonna notice him, because they not used to it, and they gonna be drawn to it. So that's how I try to to build my music on.
Not gonna hold you.
realness.
He just dropped a bar right there. I'm fam. But it's in all sincerity, I do think, and now I'm getting into my interview bag from Jay, right? Because like now it's intriguing to have these like things that are said now probe more questions,
For sure.
right? So then the question is like, which I hate this in interviews,
For
right?
sure.
Where it's like, what do you do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yo, if you ask me that on a job interview, I want to fight. Just so you know.
Just tell
But-
him CEO.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be your boss.
I'm gonna be your
And then
boss.
at the same time though, is like, because I really do expansively want to know where you find the brand to be at. And I think it's to where it's like now I'm asking this question because I want more people to be knowledgeable about you, what, the legacy that your father left, where you are picking up on that legacy, and then what your vision is for it.
For sure. The brand is going to feed the most underground. And what I mean by underground, I mean like with the common people, like the masses, because majority of the world is poor. You feel me? Most of the people in the world is poor, so-called uneducated and things like that. So the brand hustler world, that's where it's going to thrive at, because it's going to reach all of those people who don't have no platform and don't have no voice, you know. So one thing I'm big on not switching. So I don't believe in getting bougie. I don't believe in feeling like you're too good for the next person or you
Right.
Hollywood. I believe in meeting the people where they at. Now, to say where the brand will be at in 5 years, I couldn't tell you, because I'm an honest man, and I don't know where it's gonna be at
Right.
in 5 years.
Touche.
But I know
Touche.
that I know who
Yeah.
I am. I got
Yeah.
confidence in myself,
Yeah.
so I know it's gonna be wherever I want it to be at
Right.
in 5 years, and
Yeah.
that's with the people.
You don't know what turns you're making, man. You have no
Ladies
idea
and
what's about to
gentlemen, this
happen.
man is in here dropping bars. Please do not play with him. Please make sure you go follow him and the brand, the awards, all that. Listen, okay? I'm geeking out because I think and that's the one thing as to why I wanted to get into podcasting and why I enjoy talking to people, because I think people are intriguing, right? Like you learn and you also teach at the same time.
For sure.
Right? So if you're learning and teaching at the same time, so I'm learning into I would sit next to Drew and Jay and I would just listen to them and how they would ask questions. But then at the same time too, I also I was looking at how they were understanding the response, right? So what was being taken in and things like that. So for me, it's super engaging and intriguing, because my ears are always perked up when I talk to someone that's like, I am trying to build not just for self, but I want to build for others.
For sure. That's it. Because everything we got was built by other people.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Not for real. So I'll be going against the grain to try to build for myself.
But really, is it against the grain? No, this is the way that we should be doing it, right?
Building for others?
Yeah, of
that's
course.
what I'm saying.
This is the way that we
if
should
I was
be.
just trying to build for myself, I would be going against the grain, because that's unnatural. People don't build for themselves. They build for
The
each
group.
other.
And most people don't even get, right, when they're playing single player mode,
Yeah.
then they're trying to build for their family, their kids, but really it's community, because community is exactly that.
For sure. And it's harder when you try to just build for yourself, by yourself.
Ah,
it's easier when you build with people.
Say it again, sir.
Not really.
But that's the truth, though, man. It's like, when you're trying to build something for yourself, it always ends up, people don't support you when you're look at me, look what I'm doing, right? But if you're putting back into the community and you're trying to give to the community, it always ends up going that much further, because people believe in what you're putting out, man.
For sure. They got faith in it.
For sure.
Right.
They know you're not a compromised person. Like, if you compromise, a person don't have no faith in it.
Yeah, well, if you're a compromised person too, I think it's very easy to kind of read through it, right?
For sure.
Because you can tell somebody that's disingenuous. You can tell somebody that's not authentic. But
always.
If you have somebody that is authentic, it's looked in such a way that it confuses people, right? Because I'm sure you've had this happen, right? A bunch, to where it's like.
Now, that happened recently.
Right?
Because I'm a Rastafarian. I don't celebrate Christmas or anything. But, and my whole family knows it. But I still bought everybody something, even though, because it's not about me. Like, I know this is part of y'all culture. I don't agree with the culture at all. But still, I know it's not about me. Because if it was about me, everybody have a hard life around here. Trying to be a Rasta. For real. Everybody be having a hard life trying to be a Rasta around. If it was about
Right.
me.
Yeah,
But
of
it's
course.
not. And one of my family members was like, I don't know why he did that for me. He ain't have to. And my other family member was like, that's just him. That's him.
Right. I love the confusion. I love when people don't understand or know how to take you because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
Right? I have friends, family, different things like that, to where it's like, I'm in the same boat. I wouldn't necessarily say it's due to like religious reasons. I think it's just like me in general. Like I want to share every day as moments of treasure, right? With like people that I find the most important in my life, because I don't know when I'm going. I don't know how or what is going to take me out of here. But for me, it's to like live every day fully like it's a present. Right.
Oh yeah.
But then simultaneously, like I know I should be of service because, like collectively, we all share the same consciousness. We're just in the single player mode, but it's a co-op. So I need to help as many people as possible before I leave. That's where I think the legacy, just like your father, right? I want to help as many people as humanly possible. But when I'm gone, my legacy lives on because I did enough in their lives that my spirit lives on.
For sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's it. You hit that on the
And part of part of the spirit is still here, right? It's got the seeds still here, so it's like you got to make sure you water them.
I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to do more. I'm in competition with him, even though he didn't passed away.
Of course,
I'm trying
bro.
to do more than he did.
Of course, because you got everything that he passed down, plus you got your knowledge that you want to add to it. And you're like, all right, I can double down on this and really take it off.
It's like Kobe and Michael Jordan.
Ooh,
and it's a story. It's there's a big story behind there too, right?
For
like
real.
with your dad, doing as much as he did with the community, man, and you being locked away at the time, and then you getting out 8 months before he passes away, bro. Like that's like as disheartening as that is, like that's a real story, bro.
It
You
is.
know what I mean? And so you just got to do your due diligence, man. Wake up and go hunting for that fish, man. Go hunting for that meal.
I will. I won't disappoint.
Right, for sure, man.
stuff to do. Listen, anytime you want to jump on my podcast network at any,
Get 'em
Jay,
on,
same
bro.
to you. Absolutely, bro.
For sure.
Like, send me some music, of course. Jay, send me some music. You already know this. I always like to incorporate it. Listen, I am the biggest cheerleader of people that you will ever
I
meet.
respect that.
Jay knows this. But I look at myself as a universal hype man. Like, I enjoy people. I genuinely do, even though like some people suck.
For sure.
Right?
No,
You know, like some
that's true.
people suck.
People suck.
But it's okay. But I think in general, for us to be and evolve and become better, is that we have to be of service to other people. So, like, of course, however I can help,
For
any
sure.
way, shape, or form, you already got it.
Definitely be locked in.
Susio Boys Podcast.
Let's go! All right.
For sure.
You know what? Listen, I got more stuff to do, and I got another podcast to do. So, sir,
Blessed love.
absolutely.
Stay focused. Stay safe,
Man, listen, we outside. Jay, thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
A Hunt in the building, man. You
You-
want to shout out your Susio
listen.
Boys Podcast?
Listen, shout out to Susio Boys Podcast, B Bunny Rue, Marty McFlyer than you, and Susio Sloan.
Marty McFlyer than you is such a
yeah.
dope name, dude.
Yeah. Listen, all of this kind of came about from like just a stupid idea, and really it was because I reached out to somebody that I enjoyed what he was doing. I looked at his creativity, and at the same time too, it was like, oh man, this kind of reminds me of myself.
Yeah.
Right. So having the chance to like come in and kind of just really sit down and experience what you were doing, but also like taking notes mentally, and then just trying to figure out, okay, how can I do something like this, because this is something I would enjoy.
For sure.
And
It's a release too, man. You can get a
Bro.
lot of stuff off your chest, and it's like
sure.
now that it's out there, it's like, all right, cool. Now I can just move on to the next thing.
there's so many things that I think most people have pent up in regards to like conversation, right? There's a lot of things that we want to talk about that we're really passionate about, but we don't say enough about.
Right.
Right? So then it's bottled up, it's hidden in, so you're really not getting a chance to express yourself. But that is where creativity lies. If you are not like tapping into your own creativity in some way, shape, or form, you're not tapping into things that you're really passionate about or speaking about, bro, you're just sitting there wilting away. It's
100%.
sitting inside of you. You either grow or you die. There is no in between. You look at a flower, it'll tell you exactly what I mean.
For sure.
You dig what I'm saying?
Oh,
So at the end of the day, man, like, all of this started because I just wanted to help more people. And, shout out to Dr. Dabber, shout out to Luke Belair, Champagne. Those are two of our sponsors that we have. And just being able, and it was really, bro, it's super humbling. We created a Discord server network, and I had no idea what half the shit was.
Right.
And there were just so many other people that helped and got involved. Like, I looked at our Spotify numbers. Like, I think our total streams, we're at like almost 18,000 streams in totality in like a year and a half. Bro, what?
Yeah. That's amazing, man.
And
you're easy to listen to, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to podcasting, you're on top of it. You got that on it brain.
But a lot of that though just comes from getting more practice talking to people.
100%.
Right? So like having a chance to, like sitting here, I'm thinking like, let me ask these questions. So then this way,
Appreciate
like,
you guys.
it's really practice. So
sure.
for me, it's always intriguing to have the conversations with people, but not only that, especially people that make you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you think, for real, for sure.
My guy.
Make you think.
That's awesome, man. All right, bro. So you got a couple YouTube videos that are already out there, and then Rumors drops right at midnight, huh?
Yeah, right at midnight on the first on New Year's.
Ooh, fire drop, man.
Starting 2023 with a bang, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. I got Fuego, that's already out. I got Jailbird Heartbreak, that's already out, and I got Gone with the Wind, which is already out. Rumors drops on the 1st. My album drops on January 20th, my dad's birthday, and my clothing brand drops on the 20th.
And is the clothing brand Hustle World, or is
it's Jailbird brand.
Dope,
so,
bro?
I'll send you guys some because I already got some made up.
Dope.
It's all embroidery. It's no print. So.
Ooh, you know what? I need to talk to you
nice.
anyway because I got some ski masks that I need
some
new.
ski masks too.
I need some upgrades on.
Okay, bet.
Listen,
because I do that. That's a part of the Jailbird brand is the ski mask.
Dope, bro.
Oh, listen, this guy just. I literally today I was at an embroidery shop and I was trying to update because I wanted a tighter thread count on the actual ski mask.
For sure.
And I started laughing too because we dropped Susio Boy's ski mask, where there's a
dope looking, by the way.
2 teardrops, yeah, and Broken Heart. Susio Boys podcast. So we have Susio Boys imprint across the top. And then there's 2 golden teardrops here, and then a broken heart.
Spell that.
Yeah.
SUCIO.
CIO.
There you go.
Susio. Okay.
Was that Japanese?
Just clarification for anyone listening, because it's important information.
For nasty.
I
like
it.
But the whole thing was, it was like shit happens for a reason. Sorry, my apologies if I curse on.
No.
But stuff is serendipitous, right? And normally when I come into this store, like, we all just kind of are collaborating ideas. So energy
every day
is neither created nor destroyed; it just transfers. So that's where I'm like, oh shit, I need a new place to find ski masks that I can do like on demand.
Right.
And then, because Susio Boys podcast.bigcartel.com, if you want to support local brand, podcast, all that stuff. We're actually also doing giveaways. So any purchases made, you will be entering for a drawing of all the giveaways that we've done. We've done like vinyl records, like first runs. I think I give away 36 chambers, Enter the Wu-Tang.
Damn, you're giving away Wu-Tang stuff,
dude,
bro? That's gonna hurt your soul.
Listen, dude, I'm truly humbled in the fact that there are just so many different brands, people, companies that have wanted to work with us, but what's helped us a lot is we've literally just gone out of our way to reach out to every single person.
Right.
And we're like, hey, this is our podcast. Here's what we're doing. Hey, can you help us? If you have something that we could give away, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do X, Y, or Z on this brand. So that's pretty much where it all stems from. But definitely going to be in contact.
Blessings. looking forward to
Absolutely.
it. Gotta collab.
Oh man.
Network.
Listen.
That's the world
Yeah,
network.
man, he's got quite a network too. So like, there's definitely some
Yo, and
Let's
some
put our
love
webs
there,
together,
yeah.
man.
anytime you want to jump into Twitter Spaces and elbow drop some Europeans in regards to soccer knowledge, I got you.
For sure.
Bro, we
and
can-
I'll have you on. If you've never listened or watched soccer and you want to learn, I'll teach you too.
No. I play soccer and
Let's
I watch.
go!
For sure. My favorite. I like global team. My favorite team is Nigeria, though.
Are you happy with the result? Do you think this is the best World Cup you've seen so far?
Because Africa, Morocco went. Yeah.
Okay.
Because of Morocco.
Okay.
And I think Senegal had beat a couple Africa teams. Beat some good guys.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Neither.
He broke his heart.
Neither.
He's turning jello over there.
Neither.
That's funny. Did you see? You see?
Mbappe.
Mbappe, who's that for?
French. It plays for the French national team. This first person to score a hat
Oh,
trick in a
yeah.
World
I
Cup
pick
final.
him over anybody
All right,
else.
all right.
I pick him over Ronaldo and Messi.
Listen, we can have this conversation. I'm so I can't wait to have you on the soccer combo too.
For sure. All right, God willing. All right, man.
All right, A-Hun, it was good seeing you, bro.
Always.
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, man.
And Issy, when you got to bounce out soon?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but, before we get into that, I wanna see if I can get you. I work at Madison Theater, Madison Live, so maybe get a show together with you.
We could talk
We
about
can,
that.
yeah, I think we can talk. Like, that might be something to throw out, because I'm always promoting artists that are trying to like make their way like in the next step, like because Madison Live's a good venue. It holds like 300 people. I did my birthday show there. I've been doing shows there. I mean, I've been a part of the Madison Theater. Later, dude.
See you, bro.
See you, man. I'm part of the Madison Theater family about 2013, so I've been there for a minute.
We
But
could talk about that.
yeah, man. Yeah. That'd be dope.
Off camera.
Because I definitely think that there's definitely some artists that you guys collab that have been through there that would love to have you. That'd be awesome.
Sure. We could definitely fill the venue.
For sure.
With
yeah.
good music.
Yeah, absolutely.
With good music.
That's what we're about here. We're about good music, good vibes, and all love, man. For real.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Jailbird Issy, give us your social media handles so everyone can get a hold of you.
On Instagram is Jailbird_Issy. On Facebook is Issy Makonnen, MAKONNEN. On TikTok is Jailbird Issy. On Twitter is Jailbird Issy. So just tap in.
So Jailbird Issy, that's all you gotta do. Type in
Jailbird Issy.
type it in YouTube.
Spell it for it. Jailbird.
Jailbird
ISSY.
There you are. That's
Issy.
what I wanted. Because you know, people.
Yeah, for sure.
People have different spellings of everything. It's kind of like, I mean, some people like remove all the vowels. You know what I mean? They just put all the. It's kind of hard to tell.
ISSY. Jailbird Issy.
I like
Issy.
it.
Long live Big Hustler. CEO
Yes.
Bump. Hustler World for life.
Yeah.
Forever.
CEO
Forever.
Bump forever, man. I miss your pops already, man.
sure.
It was that was
Man, my
that was a
interaction
tough
with him
one.
was just as memorable, man. Like he came to the shop and I didn't know who he was. Jay had already known him, and I was just like kind of interacting with him. He just made me feel like family. It was instant, man. It was like right there. I was like, all right, cool. And then he's like, yeah, this guy's the truth. And then all of a sudden we got the Hustle Award. Yeah, and he was like, remember him? I'm like, of course. Like, wow. I mean, can't forget. Like,
sure.
I remember everything here. And so it's like, wow, that man. And then all of a sudden he told me about the news of what was going on with him. And then we were gonna podcast. We were all gonna make that happen. And like it was a time when I'm with my daughter. Found a place for her to go at that time. We were all gonna make it happen. And I guess it wasn't right for him at the time. But man, like.
For sure.
All love, man.
Yeah,
all
Hustler
love.
World is still alive.
Yes.
The sun
yeah.
is here. The herd of
Just
throne.
yeah.
just getting started.
Just getting
bro.
started. I was gonna say the legacy lives
Sure.
on. It's gonna brighter than ever, man.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean? Like when, after something explodes, it gets brighter. So it's
For
time to
sure.
make that energy, manifest it into whatever's next.
For sure.
And you got the right mind though, because you're talking 2024. So you're talking
For
2
sure.
years from,
Yeah.
we're 2022 technically right now. So we're still a week out, or we can 2 weeks out from 2023. But you're talking 2024.
Yeah.
So that advanced thinking is, I mean, that's huge because most people don't know where they're going to be next week.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? So that's awesome.
Yeah,
Mad
bro.
respect, man.
Just set your goals up
Yeah.
and knock them the fuck out, man. Because you're gonna
Knock 'em-
you're
yeah,
gonna be
exactly.
you're gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man.
God willing.
Get that, keep that hustle mentality in there, bro. Keep CEO Bump
Yeah.
right here, and you're
Long live.
and you're
Long
gonna
live.
do
Long
big
live.
things, man.
For sure.
All right, Issy, bro. It was great talking to you, dude. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man.
So this is gonna wrap up another episode of the PowWow.
Yes, sir.
If you want to check out Issy, you can just literally just hop on Facebook and just so his name was Issy McConnen.
Makonnen.
Makonnen.
Yeah.
So check him out. We'll post a little link below as well. But I guess this is gonna wrap up another episode of the PowWow.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate you guys for checking in. We'll see you next week. Another episode. It's your boy Jay Banks. We're out of
Hey,
here.
eyes out.
Later.
Bye. And we out.
Hey, appreciate you coming in, bro.